the dieta, obviously, well, means the diet in Spanish. And this is not just relating to the diet that you might be recommended to go on before an ayahuasca ceremony, you know, cutting out alcohol and meat and cutting down on salt and oil and sugar and all those things. It includes those things, but the process of the dieta is also an energetic diet. You're in isolation. Your food is restricted a lot, so it is a food diet as well. And it's not necessarily for creating, you know, a perfectly well-balanced diet with all these different nutritions and vitamins and things. It's actually creating the energetic conditions in your body to work with a particular master plant medicine, sometimes 2 or 3, depending on how long the diet you're doing is. But say you're just doing a 10-day diet, you would usually just work with 1. And the energetic conditions are important for you to be able to form almost like a relationship with the spirit of this particular plant medicine. And the food that you get is to create the right sort of frequency or vibration in your body so that you can connect more strongly with the frequency of the plant that you are drinking. And as you do these diets, often, you know, once you've done a couple, you start to tune in really quickly to the spirit of the plant that you're drinking, or what the plant is, the energy of the plant and what it's moving around and what it's doing. The first one that I did, I didn't quite understand this. I thought, oh, I'm going to do ayahuasca. And that was what was on my mind. And I'm like, cool, 10-day ayahuasca retreat, great, that's what I'm doing. And it wasn't until I sort of got there, and even not until I did another one, that I realized how unique that dieta was, due to the plant that I was drinking in that dieta, which I explained before, the Bobinsana, had a completely different energy and was working on completely different aspects of my life and things that I needed healing than when I went and did a dieta with chuchuasi or ahosacha or whatever else, what other plants that you may diet. And so I've come to realize through working very closely in this way and facilitating hundreds of people to come through this center, and working closely with a range of different curanderos in the area, that these other master plants and the process of the diet is, you know, equally as important for healing purposes as the ayahuasca is. The ayahuasca is like a cornerstone or a key to unlock these plant spirits. So, for example, the way that the curanderos, the ayahuasca curanderos that we work with, curanderos means healer, or what we would sort of refer to as a shaman, is by doing these dietas and working with all these different plants, drinking these plants for years and years and years, you know, years worth of sitting in a hut in isolation, eating this bland diet and drinking these strong plant medicines. They form these like strong alliances with these plants, and they get to know them on an intimate kind of relationship level. And it's by doing that they get the awareness of working with these plants, so that when a patient or a guest comes to them and says, okay, I've got this problem with my my mother, or I've got this trauma, or I've got anxiety, or I'm addicted to this, or I have, you know, an autoimmune disease, or whatever it may be that they're coming to get healing for, the curandero has all these plants inside him that he's worked with in this way, and can prescribe. It's almost like the plant will come to him and say, I can help this person. This person needs to work with me. But it's through the ayahuasca ceremony that will happen. So he'll sit with a patient, or she will sit with a patient and give them what's called a limpieza, which is a cleansing, and sing to them. And during that time, the plants that curandero or curandera has drunk will come to him or her and say, I need to work with this person. I can help with this person. And so that's when you will get prescribed the plant medicine that you will be drinking for your dieta. So it's a really interesting way of working with plant medicines, and something that people do not quite understand when they're just working with ayahuasca through ceremonies. It can be incredibly healing, absolutely powerful and incredible. But the way that I personally have been working with these medicines is through these more specific medicines that can sort of hone in on more specific things, and then the ayahuasca can kind of come in, and you've got that other plant in your body working on these things, and the ayahuasca comes in and then helps to sort of purge things out and really get to the bottom of it.